Good morning, everyone. My name is Henry. Just try to imagine being cognizant literally of your environment and all that happens around you. Being able to think and feel. This is apart from understanding, but completely incapable of movement or communication, not even a wink. Welcome to the world of locked-in syndrome. It's a rare and incredibly isolating condition that has been fascinating and saddened the medical community, as well as anyone who has encountered stories or people living in it. Today, we'll explore locked-in syndrome, its causes, how it affects the brain, and how advancements in technology and rehabilitation have offered hope for people living with this condition. Understanding locked-in syndrome. Locked-in syndrome is a neurological disorder wherein a person conscious and aware is unable to move or communicate except through preeminently small movement of the eyes, such as blinks or minimal movement of the facial muscles. This condition usually results from damage to the brainstem. This can include things such as stroke, trauma, or some type of disease. Imagine literally waking up in your body, but you are completely paralyzed. You can't talk, move your arms, or even twitch a finger. You are stuck within your own mind, yet still is conscious. That is what people with locked-in syndrome have to go through each and every day. That is by no means saying they have lost their consciousness or cognitive functions. Far from it. They can hear, they see, and interpret information like any other healthy individual. Yet they appear to be inside a prison cell that is their own body. So what causes locked-in syndrome? This is the most common cause, that is a stroke involving damage to the brain cell where the nerve fibers controlling the movement and communicating pathways lie. Damage in this area of the brain disrupts more function and leaves the patient unable to move voluntarily movements. Other causes include trauma to the brainstem, tumors, and certain neurodivergent diseases like amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. The brainstem controls everything from breathing to the rate of your heart. Locked-in syndrome is often left undiagnosed since it's usually mistaken for a coma or a vegetative state. But there is one big difference between them. That is that when you're in a coma or vegetative state, you can't really control your eye movements like someone in locked-in syndrome can. Locked-in syndrome, they are very awake and conscious. They are just stuck in their own body, as in they are paralyzed. The only movement they can do is moving their eyes, winking. A way that they can communicate is by blinking once for yes or blinking twice for no. Now, I'm going to talk about how technology has helped advancements in terms of helping people with locked-in syndrome. Technology has made some leaps and bounds regarding the capabilities of people with locked-in syndrome. For instance, eye tracking allows a person to spell out words by selecting letters on a screen with a cursor with using their eye movements. This is revolutionary and groundbreaking for people with locked-in syndrome. Now I'm going to talk about the most well-known case of a person with locked-in syndrome, would be Jean-Dominique Bauby, which wrote The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. He suffered from locked-in syndrome, yet he was able to write a memoir about his life after his stroke and his experiences with locked-in syndrome through this new technology. But living with locked-in syndrome is not only a physical challenge, it's also a psychological challenge to your mind. The feeling of being at mercy of others of every single bodily need, and being unable to express even that can lead to depression and intense sense of isolation. Yet most people with this condition somehow show extraordinary resilience and eagerness to continue participating in the world above all. The family support and mental health professionals is a pivotal for patients to cope with mental challenges with this syndrome. As we consider the future, there is little doubt that medical and technological advances will continue to raise the quality of life for these people. The brain is able to reorganize its connections, will allow the development of new therapies and aimed at restoring some motor functions. Furthermore, ongoing progress in several areas like stem cell research, gene therapy, and improvement in BCI technology might bring new possibilities into view regarding rehabilitation and communication. While there is currently no cure for locked-in syndrome, these innovations offer hope, including Jean-Dominique's example of writing the memoir using the new technology. In conclusion, locked-in syndrome is a rare and terrible disease that tucks a person into their own body, and it cannot lock the mind, but it can lock the body, therefore making themselves stuck in their own body. Locked-in syndrome can cause not only physical damage but also mental damage. Thank you everyone for listening to my